Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight. Let's talk autism with Autism and Us. If you are brand new to the chat, what this is just an open discussion where we come together, another way for us to socialize and talk about our journeys with our loved ones. It's a laid back um, discussion area, a safe space, a safe place. Everyone is welcome. If you have a question about autism, feel free to throw it in the chat. If you're a parent that can help, feel free to chime in and answer any questions you see. If you'd like to come up on the panel with me, just let me know. I'm going to get Mr. Charles up here. They changed the layout in this StreamYard, so I'm getting used to this here. So I am on Facebook and hey, TikTok. If you are viewing from any of the groups, make sure that you click on the video to join us in the live chat. Let me share this one more place. And that way, if you say something in the chat, we can see it in real time. Otherwise, it may take a moment for me to see it because the it's being shared in the group and I might not see it till afterwards. Chat here. Okay, let me share that there. And we'll wait for Mr. Charles to come up in the meantime. Hey, Teresa. How are you today? Hey there, Spencer. Spencer says, my son got to see his favorite people cops. Very interesting story. I bought a new bed, had it delivered. The delivery guy got pulled over and arrested in front of the house. Oh my goodness. The cops helped bring in my new bed. Joshua was on cloud nine, spent forever talking to the cops, got a sticker. Just a funny, positive story. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Victoria, how are you doing, Victoria? Hope you are doing okay. Let me put it in there again, Mr. Charles. Okay, I just shared it again. Teresa says, doing good. Hey there, Sonia. How are you? How is Miss Queen doing? Let me see if I can put over here. Just adding here. You still don't see it? Wait, let me see, Mr. Charles. Let me see. Why is it not showing up? Maybe if I do it directly, I'm going to add it directly to the video. Let me know if you see it. Do you see it now, Mr. Charles? Victoria says, day by day, we are surviving. Okay, well, prayers going out to you. I understand when you have to get things together, get yourself together, get your life together. Yep, and all we can do is take things day by day. You still don't see it, Mr. Charles? Can anybody else see the link? Because I see it on this end. Anybody in the chat see the link? Hey, Tanya, how are you? How you doing? How's Jonathan? Okay, Teresa says she sees all three. So check again, Mr. Charles, because I put it in there 3 times. Sonia says Queen is good, being a typical teenager. Oh, okay. Hey, Melissa. Victoria says she sees it. Melissa says she sees it on YouTube. Mr. Charles says, funny thing that I don't see the other people's comments either. See comments now?
Yeah, well now I'm in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was strange.
Yeah, Spencer says I see it. Victoria says I only seen the last one. And Tanya says Jonathan just turned 15. Well, happy belated birthday. I can't believe how fast time it does. DeAndre made 19 on the 7th. And I'm like, oh, my baby. Well, he's not a baby, but he's my baby. But, you know, just a grown adult. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he made it up here. So how's things going, Mr. Charles? How's
Oh,
everybody feeling? Hello over here on TikTok. If you're coming through, please say hello. I don't bite. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Charles.
everything's going good.
No.
Yeah, my stepson just came over and he did a lot of work here, including he unstuck the propane tank on our grill, so now I can do some grilling.
Oh, grill.
Because that
Okay.
thing, one winter, somehow the thing got welded shut, and now it's back. Where I can open it up again.
Okay. All right. Well, awesome. So I want to make a quick announcement before we get into any type of discussion. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, coming July 30th, parents, caregivers, grandmas, grandpas, aunties, um, anyone who uh, caring about special education in our community, there is a community meetup coming up, and that's Wednesday, July 30th at Charles J. Edison Center. Starts at 6 o'clock p.m. And this is being brought to you by Miss B, your Miss B's Consulting. And it's empowerment through advocacy, a special education community. And it's more than just that. It's just as parents and caregivers coming together and, sharing things that matter to us in the Metro Detroit community. So please make sure you come on out. It's absolutely free. But it's all about community. Share your concerns, safe space, safe place, live. If you are in the Detroit group, that information is posted in there also. So, Teresa says David has been having a lot more seizures since starting his second seizure medication. And he has been having some side effects from his seizure medication. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So the seizure medication is causing more seizures.
yeah. Cindy and I this past week or so watched a couple of movies about um, families dealing with kids who had seizure disorders, and one family they had to go through a whole bunch of stuff because nothing that they finally found this medicine that they had to go across the ocean to get because it hadn't been approved by the FDA, and their case in fact led the FDA to change the way it does things.
Mm.
But in any case, they had to sneak the medicine back into the United States. But
Wow.
it really helped. But just illustrate that It works for one child, may make things worse for another child.
Right, right. Wow. So, what are they saying, Teresa? You gonna try? Well, I'm sure they're probably gonna try something different. But yeah, that's that's crazy. You expect you you expect when you get the medication, especially when you're having seizures, that it's just gonna help. Hey, Pammy, how are you?
Hi, Pam.
Yeah, that's crazy and it's scary. Scary, very scary. If you're passing through TikTok, please stop in, say hello, and drop a heart. Let me know you're here or were here, even if you're just passing through. Teresa says, I am waiting for his neurology team to call me tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Maybe they'll find a solution. Maybe they'll find a solution. So sorry he going through this. Hello, Angelica. Pray all is well. Yes.
Hi, Angelica.
Yeah. Oh, let me try the beta. I keep saying keep forgetting to click this. Oh, it's not working today. Oh, I have to wait for a comment to come up. So as you coming in, even if you're just passing through or you just want to sit back and listen, make sure you share some love to our community by hitting those hearts or thumbs up. Just let us know you here, and that helps support our community. Well, I had a nice day today. I had my grandson all weekend. Yesterday and Friday, he and DeAndre drove me crazy.
Uh,
They they had the little band going, the cars. I mean, they had all of DeAndre's cars in the living room. It was something else. Pam says, I have heard that about seizure medicine. Sometimes it takes a while to find the right med for him. Prayers for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Just hope they can, yeah, because that's just really, really scary.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
scary. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I was looking for the little tags with the comments. They're so little you can't see unless you have a big monitor screen, or I guess maybe even on the phone you probably could see it better. I'm on the laptop. But anyway, yes, those kids drove me crazy, but today was kind of a little more relaxing. They were quiet. My grandson left this morning. DeAndre has been chill most of the day for the most part. Tomorrow will be a new week and he'll be going to the job. So he's upstairs now with his sister.
Oh, that'll be good for him.
Yeah. Pam says Ralph has been kind of grouchy, the last few days. So trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Ralphie. Well, I hope he gets better and you can figure out things. But other than that, Pam, he's been enjoying the new home. Um, So anyone start their school shopping yet? I know it's almost time for you Cali people to go back to school. Oh, you guys are representing, Pam said, have my autism shirt on also.
Yeah, we both have ours
Representing.
on. Yeah, you got the one that says, "I love someone with autism." Uh, yeah, I wonder if there's a shirt that says, "I is someone with autism."
What?
I wonder if there's a shirt that says, "I is someone with
Oh,
autism."
yes. Angelica says, I just want to say thank you for posting my daughter on Beautiful Faces of Autism. I have a 10-year-old autistic daughter named Ivania, Ivanyana,
Aviana.
Iviana. I hope I said that right. And I just want to say, keep uplifting others up. Just let me know I'm not alone. It can get tough at times, but God have got me through so much with her. Much love. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. And yes, please know that you are not alone through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I know the majority of us have been through all three of those emotions. Um, Teresa says, yes, I already did David back to school clothes shopping and school supply shopping too. Okay, awesome. Now, Teresa, do you allow him to pick out his own clothing for the school, or do they have uniforms? Does his school wear uniforms? Pam says, yes, so far he still won't go anywhere with his dad. His birthday is Thursday, so sometimes he has anxiety around his birthday. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, our babies are just grown men, Pam. Just grown men. How old will Ralph be? 22? Victoria says, I have to take my granddaughter supply shopping. Okay. When does Kansas start? Do you guys start next month or this month? We start towards the end of next month. The school out there where you are, Mr. Charles, do they start in August?
I think they do start before Labor Day now. I know when I grew up in Connecticut, um, school always started the Thursday after Labor Day. You
Yeah.
know, the Tuesday and Wednesday were teacher work days, and then Thursday was the first day of school. But I think that's changed. I think it does start before Labor Day now. I know when
Okay.
I lived in Virginia, which is and that's where Dorothy went all the way from K through 12 in Virginia. There they started just before Labor Day.
Okay. Yeah, I can remember when we used to start here after Labor Day. Now it's like what, a week before Labor Day.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, he'll be 22. Oh my goodness.
and it's
Um, Victoria says around August 20th. Okay. What were
it's
you gonna say,
for
Mr. Charles?
it's the week before Labor Day when I'll be going up to Maine to visit my daughter.
Oh, you're going to visit your daughter. Okay.
Yeah,
Teresa says, I let him choose the clothes for him, but I do online shopping for my son, David. Okay. Teresa says, we start school on August 12th. Okay. Well, hello, Isaac. Well,
I
Isaac's artistic journey. Hi, mom or dad. How are you guys doing? Hope everything is going well. Monique says, hey, Monique. Justice starts back August 28th. Yep, that's around when DeAndre will start back at the center. And Angelica says August the 12th. Okay, so everybody pretty much starts in August, either the beginning or the end. Say hello to the I sure will. And you guys say hello to Isaac for me. Hope he's doing good and enjoying his summer. Sonia says Queen goes back on the 18th of August. Okay. All right.
I guess this school starting earlier is that I guess people wanted school to start earlier so the kids can get out earlier. I think some of these is starting like early in August. Maybe the idea is to finish the school year around Memorial Day.
So here in Michigan, they are making changes with the special education, program. Um, what they're doing are making hubs. They're trying to place, moving special education classes out of one, school and moving them into like a hub area for special education classes. Because from what I've read, is because of lack of, they don't have enough certified teachers. And I guess they have to try to balance out the monies that they do have. And what they are doing now, they're breaking down, um, well, what they should have been doing before anyway, breaking down, the classrooms or what um, type of education these kids will receive. So if your child is like has mild cognitive learning disability, then they would be placed in that type of setting. I think that's how, and then they have I can't remember everything. I read the list and now I can't think of it. But um basically they're making moves, and the I don't know if they're putting everything in the one building. But I do know a lot of the special education classes that were housed in mainstream school buildings will now be moved to other areas because of lack of teachers and lack of funding. Now, I know I've heard a lot of parents, they're kind of upset by this because their child is being moved. And of course, they have every right to be, especially if you get comfortable in a setting. I know at my granddaughter's school, in her elementary school, they are shutting down the uh, program for autism at that school, so it will no longer be available.
Wow.
What are you guys' thoughts? Is this happening in your school district? I know we got people from all around. If you are in Michigan, share your thoughts with us. If not, are is your city or state making changes to the school and how they are handling special education? Let's see. Hey, Candy, how are you? Hope everything is okay. Israel goes back in August 14 in Ohio. Okay. August 14th. Yeah, so we have a mixture from the 14th all the way till the end.
We had one
Joe,
as early as the 12th.
uh,
We had one person said the 12th, I think.
oh yeah, we sure Angelica. Okay. Yep, Georgia the 12th. Okay. So the 12th all the way up. Candy says Joe been doing good in school. Awesome. Yeah, because he goes to school all year long, right? Joe's fifth day back to school is Monday. Oh, he started, but he gets a little short summer break, right? Am I right? Victoria says, no, it's not happening here, at least not yet. My question is, what happens to inclusion? Yeah, that is the biggest question because I really appreciate it, especially with my son being in high school. He went to Central High School here in Detroit, and it was only the one uh, autism classroom there. But those boys were able to be included in the graduation and the prom. You know, they walked with their classmates. You know, they played in the gym with their classmates. They were included in a lot of things. So yeah, that kind of separates them from that, not being very inclusive. So yeah, that's a big question. Yeah, definitely. Can he gets 1 month off. Okay. Isaac goes all year long. Okay. Now, does Isaac do? Is he doing like a ABA type schooling or homeschooling? Teresa says it's not happening here in California at all. Okay. No big news. You're here on TikTok. Hello. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. If you're coming through, even if you're just passing along, make sure you heart me. Let me know, show some support. Or you could just say hello. I don't bite. Um, Pam says, hey guys, I gotta go help Ralph. I hope everyone has a good week. Okay. You too, Pam. Hope you have an awesome, awesome week.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. He does ABA. Okay. What were you saying, Mr. Charles?
And I was just wishing her a good week too.
Okay. Yep, have an awesome week. Candy says my son martial arts has a mixture. Some kids on the spectrum, some not. Joe is in ABA school, private day school. Okay. Yeah, at least they're together in some form. Now I do understand there are um times when some of the kids just can't be with others. That's understandable, but a lot of our kids, they need that, socialization. They need to be included in a lot of things. And that's why that was one of the good things about, my son going to a mainstream school. And he's been going since, preschool. He's been in mainstream school. So, but yeah, that definitely is a big question. What about inclusion? Hmm. So this would be another good reason if you're in Detroit to make sure you come to the empowerment through advocacy meeting. The community group meeting. Everybody is welcome. If you have some concerns, you can share it there. Um, this is what Aisha she specializes in. So this would be awesome for you to come and you know voice your concerns. And again, it's a lot more than just that. It's about getting together, community. It's about community and sharing. So make sure you guys save the date for July 30th at 6 o'clock p.m. on at the Charles J. Edison Center. That's on West 7 Mile Road. More information is in our Autism and Us Detroit group, as well as Miss B, your consultant here on Facebook. Hey Kelly, how are you?
Hey, Kelly.
How's everything going with you? So how's everybody's summer been going so far? I know, well, Candy, we know your baby's back in school. Any other summer activities? How's martial arts for him, Candy? I got DeAndre into boxing. I don't if you guys seen some of his earlier videos with him boxing. He loves his boxing bag. So I thought this would be good for him. We're calling it boxing therapy. So he has a personal trainer, and he gets really. He went for his third session last Thursday, and the excitement when we pulled up into the parking lot was like, yeah, he was ready, get his gloves on and get started. But I have to shout out the Coach Dre, being real patient with him and working with him. And DeAndre is really paying attention because it's something he enjoys.
That's good.
Hmm. It's been about yes, it has been a while. We had to skip a couple weekends, but yeah, we're back. We are back. And again, if you are new to our Let's Talk Autism, this is just a laid back, safe space where it's open discussion, no particular topic. If you got something you'd like to share, feel free. If you have a question, you can throw it in the chat. If you're a parent that can answer a question, feel free. Feel free. That's what it's all about. Us sharing, learning, sharing, and supporting one another. Um, Israel has a 504 plan private school. Oh, okay. Okay. So has the 504 plan, I know it's a little different than an IEP, but has that been working good for them in the school? Have they, been following what they're supposed to be following?
A 7 times 8 times 9 plan.
Oh goodness, Mr. Charles, your numbers.
Well, that's what 504 is. It's 7 times 8 times 9.
Now, the 504 plan, I'm not really familiar with that, but I know it helps to give the child a little more time when they need for their work studies and maybe other resources to help them along. Kelly says Riker has his diagnosis and starting services. Now he's 3. I've spent the summer hanging out with my granddaughter. Okay. All right, grandmother. So they have do they have like, well, I know they call it early on here where they start getting like ABA type center-based services, um, or they also get into like a pre-kindergarten class, they call it Head Start for the kids. Do they have like a early on where you are, Kelly? Teacher Isaac's journey says teacher want him to speak up and ask for help. Israel never said anything. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now Israel's not nonverbal, right? He's just kind of shy, maybe. Doesn't want to speak up. Oh, he's high functioning. Okay, like Mr. Charles here.
He may, you know, be afraid to ask certain things. You know, well, you're not supposed to ask for certain things, and be afraid to ask.
But that has something to do with like the anxiety, maybe with talking in front of people, Mr. Charles.
Not necessarily about anxiety about talking in front of people. I had no problem with talking in front of people, just asking for certain things that I thought you weren't supposed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kelly says Jordan got his hair cut today and did awesome. Okay.
Right.
That's the program is early intervention program through the Learning Center. Okay. Okay. Yeah, ours is early intervention, but yeah, I'm thinking the name because the name is early on program, and then I think if they're a little bit older, it's another program they put them in. And I just can't think of everything right now. Victoria says Molly doesn't speak up in most cases either. Oh, so it's like they shut down in front of other people except for family, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's not. It may not have to do with people. It may have to do more with feeling shy about asking for things.
Okay. He won't ask for his asthma pump or to go to the bathroom. It's been like that since he was little. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, just like when I was in the first grade, I wouldn't ask for that. And I had this idea that, that you couldn't use the bathrooms except during class bathroom breaks, and so on. When I was in first grade, on several occasions, I wet or dirtied my pants in class.
oh wow. Because
And
you were scared to speak up and say
well,
I had.
I don't know about scared. I just know I thought you you only could use the bathroom during a class bathroom break.
Okay. Okay. Riker also has the option for an autistic school as well. Okay.
I didn't know schools could be autistic.
Mr.
People
Charles.
could, but
Mr. Charles.
well, that goes back to when I was in eighth grade. In an eighth grade essay, I made a reference to blind schools, and the teacher corrected me. He says, "No, it's schools for the blind." You know, schools can't see. You wouldn't call a school blind. All schools are blind.
Oh my goodness. Victoria says even within the family, she won't ask. Oh, okay. She will write the words. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Candy says, "Hey, my son done got grown. He's now shutting his room door on me. He used to be under me. Now he's closing his room door, telling me by get out of his space. He needs his space. He needs his space." Hmm. Yep, they grow up so fast. One minute they're the little ones, and the next minute they're the grown ones. Um, Kelly says Jordan doesn't ask for things either. He is nonverbal. However, gets upset because we may not understand what he wants. Oh yeah, the frustration.
Yeah, and the
Frustration.
business of not understanding that everybody's not operating the same set of facts.
Mhm. Monique says that's what justice does. Okay, so they got that kind of that shut down and okay. Yep. See, I learn something new every day when it comes to um, autism. Oh, the person. She's talking about the personal space. He says he needs his personal. Yep, get out of their way. Yeah, Mr. Charles can be very funny, can he? Mhm. Yeah, yep. They need their own space, that the privacy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and seriously saying that about the point about what she called autistic schools. It's good that in some places they're able to have schools that are especially for autistic kids. Of course, you can't have that everywhere because, again, it's a matter of the population. You're out in rural country, and there are not going to be enough autistic kids to justify having a school for them.
Yeah, I know here. I know of one school for autistic individuals, just dedicated for autism. Then the other couple schools that's in the city is for kids with all disabilities. Um, but I know the one it's out in Novi, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah, northwest
It
suburb.
may be one, another one here in within the city, but I just don't know the two that I know of. Therefore, all disabilities.
Yeah, Novi out in the northwest suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Candy says, "Well, DeAndre has his microphone. Joe is in his room drumming." Candy, you should have seen DeAndre and my grandson the other day. DeAndre had his guitar. My grandson is 4, by the way. He lowered the microphone for my grandson, and they had a concert in the living room. And I was like, "Oh my God!" My grandson was
Well,
singing whatever he was singing, and DeAndre was playing whatever he was playing. But they had a ball. Yeah. Um, we can have a band. Yes, yes, definitely have a band. Get them all together. Monique says Justice School is a school for special kids, but I like it because it's set up like a regular high school. So he doesn't tell so he can't tell he's in a special school. He thinks he's in high school. All right. Yeah, there you go.
well, he is in high school. He's just in a special high school.
Well, he's probably in more the adult side now,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Kelly says Jordy is 20 and in his room right now. Of course, when he wants that. We live in rural Pennsylvania between Chambersburg and Gettysburg. The area just started with the school in the last few years. Okay.
Yeah, that's right along the Chambersburg Pike. One of the routes that I forget whether I think it was the Confederate troops came in via the Chambersburg Pike. That was one of the routes that the Confederate troops took to get into Gettysburg for the famous battle.
Okay. Gettysburg. Okay, you guys, I gotta see how you do this. They done changed it. I'm gonna put no, that's not it. Here it is. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Feel free to come up if you have something you want to share. Feel free if you have an event coming up and you want to talk about it. Feel free to come on up. If you just want to share something positive, come on up. Something inspirational, motivational. If you anything, the good, the bad, the ugly, feel free to come on up. If you have a business, come on up. We have about 13 more minutes before we sign out. Um, Victoria says we had an autism school an hour or so away, but the kids mostly watch videos all day, from what I heard. Wow. Just nothing. Just sit them down and let the TV babysit them, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that's not good.
That's not good at all. No type of stimulation or anything. Wow. So did they close it down or is it still open? I would be one of those parents complaining, well, what are you guys doing all day to help my child?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm interested in seeing how things turn out here with the changes and if it's going to be for a betterment. But like you said, Victoria, inclusion, that's a great question. I like to see how that's gonna pan out for the kids. Um, yeah, it will be very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting new school year. See how things. Last I spoke, she was still dealing with, her grief from the loss of her brother. And I know Steve was having some issues. So make sure you guys keep her family in your prayers. I'm gonna reach out to. I'll probably reach out to her tomorrow and make sure they're okay. But yeah, she's been still dealing with the grief, the loss of her brother, and like I said, her husband has been having some issues. So
Yeah.
they're dealing with it.
I hope things get better for them.
Yeah, me too. Victoria says it's closed down now. And now I have some of the students at my school, and it's so hard to get them to do anything. Wow. Because they've been so relaxed at the other school. Wow. Yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. Hmm. Yeah. That's really sad when you, you have, I've always said, like here in Detroit, our district, the program is there. They have an awesome program when you look at it and go through. They have made some changes over the years, but they just don't have a dedicated staff or, people who are consistent and caring um, to run the program, to keep the programs moving. They do need more certified teachers. They do need speech therapists. They do need occupational therapists and physical therapists. I mean, they need to have these things in place and in house for our babies to get along. But the way things are going, they're slowly just everything, taking away everything. Kelly says Pennsylvania is ridiculous with education in a good way and a bad way. Yeah, yeah. That's here. I've been lucky. DeAndre, with the exception of his middle school year, that's a whole different story. But I was lucky with his elementary school. He had an awesome teacher who was very, and I mean very passionate about what she did, and she really cared about the kids and as well as the parents, because she tapped me on the shoulder a few times and taught me a few things. And then middle school, like I said, that was kind of we had some issues there. But high school, we got another very awesome teacher, and he misses her to this day. But she was very dedicated. She's still very dedicated. Actually, I'm gonna call her and see if they have to move out of the building, if they are one of the classrooms that are affected. I'm sure she probably is, but me and her stayed on the phone, and even after DeAndre graduates, she still texts me, or I text her to this day to see how everything's going. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Yeah, the programs, I think, you know, they have the right ideas with some of these programs in school, Kelly, but you know, they just don't have the right people in place to run them and, keep them going. And then, a lot of times they try to pick and choose, who they're going to service and who they're not going to service at a moment, or keeping parents on hold. Not communicating with parents is the biggest thing. Communication is key. That's key. If you don't have something available, or if you can't do it, don't promise or write it on a piece of paper if you're not going to do what you say you're going to do. That is my biggest gripe right there.
Yeah, and it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly says, I think things always look better on paper. It's so hard to keep therapists, teachers, and CNA nurses yet. Yes. And you wonder, what is the problem? Is it the pay? Is it the atmosphere? What is going on? Hey, homeschool piece, how are you?
I homeschool piece.
Kelly says Jordan's school was awesome till high school. I ended up homeschooling Jordy the rest of his high school years. The teacher in the higher level was terrible. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had just the opposite. His that middle. It was that middle thing. We had one teacher that just left and nobody told me a thing. I think I went in there and they said it was a substitute one time, and I said, "Oh, okay." Next minute, it was saying, "Oh, we have a substitute. She didn't come." Instead of telling me she left, it was always, "Oh, we have a substitute for her today." And then finally, I was like, "Wait a minute, something's not right. Somebody got to tell me something." But yeah, it was a big old mess. Even with transportation, had issues with them. Um, So the link is in the chat. We have about 5 more minutes before we log off. So if you like to come on up, just let me know. Thank you over here on TikTok, Autism Mom, for the love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you are viewing over here on Facebook and any other groups, make sure you hit the love, show some support by hitting that love or thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Um, one more call out if you'd like to come up and share good, the bad, the ugly, or if you have an event coming up and you like to share business, you like to share, talk about it, feel free. You are more than welcome to come on up and share with the community. And if you are new here, we're here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, this is just a safe space, safe place. It's a laid back, no particular topics. We just come in and talk about our journeys. Sometimes we um, break the monotony a little bit and, talk about other things. And, Mr. Charles is our class clown here. So we have a laugh or two. So just a laid back space for us to learn, share, and support each other. And I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. And again, we're here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless it's a holiday or unless something happened beyond my, you know. Um, Victoria says, I homeschool too. Okay. Homeschooler. And Kelly says, I think lack of services have to do with pay and a whole lot of state rules. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the story. Probably don't pay well enough, and there may be other things about it that make that job unattractive.
Yeah. Well, they need to start making these things attractive. You know, I wish they would. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Yes, I do. Thank you, Autism Mom. Kelly says the states and government don't allow services to be for kids instead of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad. It's too bad. All right. So we're at the end. Um, you want to share any final thoughts, Mr. Charles? Anything you want to share about summertime or the autism journey or anything before we log off?
Yeah. Well, again, I haven't really thought of anything to prepare for this, but you know, uh, other than Cindy and I are enjoying our summer,
Good.
and now I'm glad I have the grill back. The problem was one winter, the valve in the propane tank seems like it got welded shut, and anyway, my stepson got it unwelded.
Oh, awesome. Big ups to the stepson.
Yeah, yeah,
Go out and be great now on the grill, Mr. Charles.
yeah. Yes, I'm planning to do. Earlier, I fixed, some a rib recipe I like to fix, but I fixed it, um, without the grill. I had to fix it in the oven, but now, you slow cook in the oven for 2 hours. That part is supposed to be in the oven, but the last part I had to do in the oven because we didn't have the grill. But now we got the grill, so I can finish them in the grill.
Okay. Kelly says, I've missed everyone. So glad to catch up. Yes, it seems like it's been such a long time, doesn't it? But we will be back next Sunday, same time, same place, same space. Um, make sure you join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a friend. Learn, share, and support one another. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. This is what community is all about. We could come and have a chat with everyone and, talk about our day and, our journeys with our loved one. No judgment here. Learn, share, and support. So until next Sunday, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, Kelly says everyone has been, yes, yes. And it has been a busy summer. But until next Sunday, I will see each and every one of you again, hopefully. Same place, same space, same time. And on that note, good night. Have a great evening, rest of the evening, and may your week start off awesome.
Everybody have a great week.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.